Call to order the Batavia Park District Board of Commissioners regular board meeting for January 21st at 7:02. Please call the roll.
Riley.
Here.
Dorsey.
Present.
Gray. Here. Tillman.
Here. We have a quorum. Item number 3 is a public hearing for the budget and appropriations ordinance. Do I need to call to order the public hearing?
Yes.
Call to order the public hearing for July 21st at January 21st at 7:04. Do we need anything for that, or just call to order?
Just a call to order, and then is there, unless there's any kind of staff comments or presentation, it would just be asking if there's anybody in the audience
Oh,
who
gotcha. All right.
has any questions or comments.
Is there, okay, so now that we have opened the public hearing, is there anybody who would like to speak at the public hearing?
No, matters from public.
So do I have to close this now?
Now you need a motion.
I need a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Oh, second.
Motion by Gray, second by Dorsey. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, no. Motion carries. The public hearing is now closed. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Item number 5. Any items to be added, removed, or changed from the agenda?
Yes, I would like to move 16C for after executive session.
Okay, we will do that. 16C will now be after executive session. Anything else? That's it?
That's it.
Okay. Item number 6. I entertain a motion to establish the consent agenda as follows. The approval of board minutes for the regular board meeting of December 17th, 2019, the executive session of December 17th, 2019, paid expenditures, expense approval report, investment summary, income statement, purchases, and approval of the American with Disabilities Act transition plan.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Gray, second by Dorsey. Please call the roll.
Gray.
Aye.
Dorsey.
Aye.
Riley.
Aye.
Callahan absent. Tillman.
Aye, motion carries. I now entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda as established.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Dorsey, second by Gray. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 7, guest matters from the public. Anybody wishing to speak? Please state your name and speak away.
My name is Craig Foltos. I work at Foltos Tansorno Parlor, conveniently located 3 doors east of the beautiful Fox River in downtown Batavia. First thing I'd like to do is to thank this wonderful park district for allowing my mom to take yoga here. She loves it. It's been great for her. And as a worrying son, I like to know that my mom's taken good care of. So I would really like to say that. And Mrs. Friedland has really gone out of her way to call one time when my mom was sick to make sure she was okay. So,
That's nice.
you know, we all have moms at some point, and you love when they're being taken care of. And I want to thank you guys. I don't know if you're familiar with me at all, but I have a small part in the Peace on Earth Bridge in downtown Batavia. And the Peace on Earth Bridge is made out of wooden letters. And we're going to try and replace those wooden letters with some metal letters. So we're doing a little fundraiser right now. But before I talk about the little fundraiser, I just want to tell you, we all need energy in our lives to do what we do. And I got a letter a couple years ago from a lady. I never met her. Slipped it under my door. saying I wanted to tell you how much the Peace Bridge means to me, because it's a very sad time of year for me, and when I see that, it makes me feel calm and that people care. So I like living in a community where we care about each other. So, with that being said, I wanted to thank Eric. Eric, when we're putting up the Peace Bridge next year, you're going to wear this. It says, "I am Batavia." Batavia isn't just a place.
Very nice.
Awesome.
It's what's in your heart. And then on the back is the peace on earth.
Very cool. Very much.
You got a model it, Eric.
This
That's
young lady
awesome.
right here had a lot to do with it. She's had me read, she had to redraw like 10 different times. And my friend, and these are just different ones that we have. If you don't like the color or the size or the shape, we have different ones. So,
Hey.
and I know what the rest of you are thinking, that you don't matter. You do matter. We're selling them. You might think they're
We just don't matter
$100.
enough for a free one.
Those are
Deep discount?
They're not 100, they're not even 80, they're not even 60.
How much are they?
They're just 40, but wait, there's more. If you buy two, they're 100.
Wait. I didn't go.
So anyway,
Got it. Understood.
they cost $40 if you know anybody that wants to wear one. 20 of it goes to the Craig Foltos Retirement Fund, because that's how much they cost me, and we shop local at the place right next door, and 20 of it goes to the metal letters, because I don't want to ever put pressure on a park district in 30 or 40 years if I'm deciding I'm not going to be here, and the letters are wooden, and they say, hey, we don't have money in the park district budget for this. So that peace sign might go away. So we're going to build them out of stainless steel. They won't cost the park district a penny. And that way we're going to put them up, and they'll be there for 100 years.
That's
so I
awesome.
thank you very much
Awesome.
for taking care of my mom.
Could you tell us where people can buy these?
Foltos Tonsoro Parlor. That's why I told you earlier in the day. Conveniently located on the bank of the Fox River.
You opened up, first of all, saying that some of us don't know you. And look, first of all, it's not that I have used your services,
That's right.
but we all know you. Okay, so you're conveniently located just a couple of doors away from the river.
And your phone number is very similar to the park district.
Very much so. In fact, that's another story. I know I only have 3 minutes. They want me to talk fast. Many years ago, because your number is 5235. My number is 5253. Many years ago, the park district, and I'm sure it wasn't their fault, but the paper printed something for high blood pressure, and they put my phone number. So this elderly man called up and went, "Yeah, I want to know about my blood pressure." And I went like this. You know what? You want the park district. That's 52535. So 30 seconds later, "Hey, I want to know about my blood pressure." So this goes on about the third or fourth time, and I went like this. "Okay, it's high. Go to the doctor." I'm sure it was high at that point. So anyhow, I just really, you got more stuff to do than wait time with me. I appreciate it, Eric. I couldn't tell you how much I enjoy that. And you know what? I would love for us to have all the workers wearing one of those one day while they're putting it up. And this is what I tell people when I sell these. Imagine living in a community with 2,000 people walking around town with peace on earth on their back and peace in their hearts. And that's what we're all about in this community.
Very good.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you.
They look beautiful.
That was fantastic.
We love working with you.
That man has someplace to go, because he's gone. Item number 8, matters from the commissioners. Anybody have anything they want to bring up?
We have any other guests? Or?
Oh, I'm sorry. Was there any other guests from the public? No. Sorry. I assumed, which I shouldn't have done.
Sorry.
Thank you. So now number 8, matters from the commissioners.
Nothing.
Nothing? Still nothing?
What about you? Do you have anything?
I got it.
All right, there you go.
Item number 9, Batavia Parks Foundation.
Happy New Year, everybody. Very nice
You
to
too.
be here. We're looking forward to doing a whole lot of things with the Batavia Parks Foundation this year. But the first thing that we have to do is fill a couple slots on our board. So we've had a couple of longtime people who have transitioned out. They've made great contributions and now have decided that they're ready to do different things. And one actually rumor is maybe retiring and moving or something like that. So I wanted to go ahead and just let everybody know that we are looking for people to work with the Batavia Parks Foundation. If you wonder what we do, we work with the Batavia Park District. We're a 501c3, so we are able to go through and to do some fundraising and some other stuff to help the Park District achieve its goals. And we're really, we have enjoyed doing that in the past, and we look forward to doing a lot more of that in the future. But we need people on our board to help us carry out our mission. We also do things in the community, like we work with the Park District to do the park cleanups, some other things. So we're a fun group. We don't meet all that often. It's usually just 6 times a year. Sometimes we've got a few more meetings than that. But it's a great way, especially if you are looking for a way to get more involved in Batavia and you haven't had an opportunity to do so, we would love to have you. So if you're interested, Katie and I will actually, both of us on our social media, go ahead and push out a little bit of information. If you can just go ahead and contact me at the Batavia Park District Foundation email, we can go ahead and let you know what you need to do. It's a simple application. We'll talk to you, just kind of find out who you are. We'd love to have you come. So that is the big news right now for BPF, is we're looking to round out our team for 2020.
Excellent.
Thanks.
Thank you. Item number 10, Fox Valley Special Rec.
Actually, at this point, the Fox Valley Special Recreation Association is wrapping up their strategic master plan. We have, as an association, Fox Valley Special Recreation Association was given notice that the Fox Valley Park District is actually interested in buying out the administrative staff portion of the Vaughn Center where they are currently housed. So they are actively looking for space for their administrative staff. So, so it's a little bit of a surprise, but it's public knowledge. It's out there. So they're currently housed in the Vaughn Center at the Fox Valley Park District.
There wasn't like a long-term agreement?
There is, but apparently that agreement is currently in the process of being broken. So in other words, they're really looking at all of us as member agencies to step in and help out so we can
Keep them running? Yeah.
Yes. So they're looking for programming space. I told them we are too.
Yeah.
So we're going out for referendum so we can have programming space. But they're very excited about our referendum because they know it's going to be ADA friendly, and they know not all of our buildings, like such as this one, doesn't have an elevator. So they know that we're working towards that.
Awesome.
So that's my report.
Okay, thank you. Item number 11, correspondence. We have an email from Lois Dahlstrom in appreciation of the Christmas luncheon, so that will be on file. Okay. And item number 12, what we all wait for every month, announcements.
Well, thank you. Happy New Year, everyone. Well, we are calling all preschool parents out there in Batavia. If you're looking for a prospective new preschool, well, then we invite you to come to our upcoming open house. We've got New Horizons preschool registration for the 2020-21 school year, which is now open for residents, and non-resident registration is going to begin on February 3rd. Participants currently enrolled in New Horizons have first priority. We do ask that you just provide some proof of residency, a birth certificate, updated immunizations, and all the deposit fees in order to get all your registration information in. But yes, as I mentioned before, we're hosting a special open house on Tuesday, January 28th from 5 to 6:30 p.m. So you can visit our classrooms and meet all of our amazing teachers. This is a play-based program. So if you'd like more information, and if you can't join us on the 28th, then you can also schedule a private tour by calling Lori McDonald at 630-406-5282. We're also inviting you to go beyond language with the Batavia Park District and the Batavia Public Library on Thursday, January 30th for the first of our 2020 Pachacacha Nights. Tours open at 5:30 p.m. and the show starts at 7. These are they're informal and fun gatherings where people come together to share ideas and stories. The cost is just $10 per ticket at the door, or you can also pre-register at batavia16.eventbrite.com. And then last but not least, dads and daughters ages 3 and up are going to dance the night away at our very popular annual Daddy-Daughter Date Night. And we're super excited. If you haven't heard yet, there is a second night added that is new this year. You can join us on January 31st or Saturday, February 1st from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. at Rotolo Middle School. So be sure to sign up soon. The night will include an Under the Sea theme, dancing, entertainment, games, photos, and much more. The cost is just $32 per couple, and there's also an option to have dinner at Pal Joey's, as well as a special corsage, either pink or white, that is provided by Paragon Flowers, that are both available for an additional fee. And then other than that, if you have any questions about any upcoming programs, events, you name it, you can visit our website at bataviaparks.org or always give us a call at 630-879-5235. Thank you.
Not full toast. He's going to get a
Don't
ton
call
of
Craig
calls.
Fulton.
Unless you want a great haircut.
Or a sweatshirt.
Yes.
Or both. It was a package deal. Okay, thank you. Item number 13, staff reports. Any updates?
Well, I am going to give you my CDP report here, as we have some other things going on later in the agenda. But real quickly, starting January, of course, starts the new project year, and it's meetings. So I've been filling up the time of our team here with meetings on our projects. We're meeting tomorrow for the pre-construction meeting on our gymnasium project. Last month, we awarded that project to Integral Construction. We're going to be meeting with them and kicking that project off. And then, I don't know if you've been past, but down at the quarry and down at Laurelwood Park, the survey teams from ERA Engineering have been down doing all their survey work, the topographic survey stuff. Those are in the process, and once those are completed, they can get all that on the drawing, then we'll be sitting down and talking about how we're going to be redoing those parking lots, construction next year. And last but not least, we're going to be meeting with Williams Architects and our team here next week after our conference to begin talking about phase 2 on our East Side Center work. So,
Do you want to lay out a little bit of what that looks like?
I know. I've got these guys' time all tied up. So, but it happens this way. We got to do all the prep work before we can do the construction work. So,
Do you want to give a few highlights about the East Side Center work?
primarily what we're going to be doing over there will be drainage, correcting some drainage work on Kemp Hall, exterior, interior, cleaning out the basement, removing lots of walls that were down there originally, that when the church owned it, they used them and separate. There's a couple of really bad old bathrooms down there, and get that opened up so that the airflow is better so that it dries down there. And then on the main level, we'll be expanding the hardwood floor for the dance classes and creating a small office area for those instructors to have kind of a private spot to keep all their, right now they're kind of have an open desk in the middle of the big room. And then over in the main building, we'll be doing electrical upgrades to panels, new electrical panels, and some lighting work in Shannon Hall, and then flooring, new flooring in the classrooms, which was at the outside to be a 15-year floor when we put it down, and now that's been a very long time. So we've got our money out of it. So we'll be getting all that together and moving that work forward in the summertime. So we've got a lot going on. That's a lot going on.
That's a lot, yeah.
Yeah, playgrounds that are going to be coming in next month. We'll be doing, ask you to approve a contract for playground replacement. So we're kicking it.
Yeah. Getting ready for the spring.
Getting ready.
Forward march.
Bring that good weather on.
Awesome.
Shannon Hall's going to be like a brand-new building.
Right?
Oh my gosh, it's going to be crazy. Yep, it's going to be wonderful.
So January is a busy time for the finance department. We're working on closing out the previous fiscal year, and at the beginning of the month, Tammy and I did all our required tax reporting for the district for 2019. And believe it or not, we actually started preliminary field work for the audit today. One of the things I do have to ask the board for with that is every year auditors are required to submit questionnaires to those charged with governments. You guys got them last year and the year before that. If you could just take a minute, fill those out. They should be delivered to your Park District email. It's pretty straightforward, but if you have any questions, I'm of course available to you guys.
Has it been sent out already, or it's coming?
It shouldn't have been. We were just working on those today. It may be this week, but you shouldn't have it yet.
Okay.
Thank you.
As stated in the consent agenda, with the new Disability Act transition plan, we've been going through and identifying projects within that plan that staff can perform in 2020. And then beyond that, we're developing a schedule that for the next 3 years. So I'd like to give thanks to Jim for picking an excellent contractor to help with that audit. And the information that we received is excellent. So it's a great audit. So thank you, Jim. And then
Thanking me to give him work.
you could have picked somebody bad.
Yeah.
So to keep things green, our greenhouse was constructed end of last year, and we already have things growing in it. Our park technician, Antonio Salazar, he saved annuals from this past in 2019 and is making cuttings from there that he has so far generated 200 plants that we're going to be growing from plants that we grew last year. So the green keeps giving. So we're pretty excited, and every time you go in there, it just gives you a glimmer of hope that this cold is going to go away. So
And last year, we estimated $7,000 in savings by us planting our own in the greenhouse.
Yep. And every time we collect more stock, that savings is even better. So love that. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Like Katie mentioned in her announcements, we have events Thursday, Friday, and Saturday next week. So very excited for Pashakacha and Daddy-Daughter. As of right now, we have 530 people signed up. So we're very excited about that. Lots of happy dads and daughters. So that number will keep increasing until next week. So we're excited.
Hence why a second night was added.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but we're starting to hire for the summer. So if you want to check out our website, we're going to be hiring for the Corey, camp counselors, interns coming up in a few different areas. So take a look at our website. And I just wanted to share a couple other highlights that we're excited about this month. We have over 140 people in our yoga classes, so we're really excited about that. And this session, or in winter, we've had our highest number in our adult co-ed volleyball. So we're really trying to increase some of our adult athletics. That's it for me.
I love the fact that kindergarten basketball has 23 enrollments, and first and second grade has 20. That's a lot.
We're very excited about that.
Yeah. Excellent.
Thank you.
It's exciting.
Well, Eric was talking a lot about how the Park District is trying to further some of our green efforts. Well, we actually hosted Jennifer Jarland from Kane County. She's the Kane County Recycling Coordinator. She did a presentation for staff just this past Thursday to kind of educate everyone on the rules of recycling, and really positive feedback. Everyone really enjoyed the information she had to share, and we actually video recorded the presentation so we can train new staff in the future as well. So I thought that was pretty neat. Just a friendly reminder too, since we'll be leaving for conference in just a few days, the marketing department is again competing in 10 categories this year. So if any of you would like to come support us, and we'll be competing for best brochure, large format marketing, logo, paid ad, our annual report, print communication, video, long form, as well as our website. And we are actually going to be doing some new retro categories. And so we will be entering our fun guide from 1992 So if any of you were around back then, but I'm pretty excited about it. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but I'm hoping to bring home some awards this year.
Close.
I was in like second grade, so.
We didn't need that. We didn't need that. We didn't need that part.
Yeah.
We were talking about who lived in Batavia, so we're blah, 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 but we didn't.
Welcome to my world.
Exactly.
It doesn't seem that retro, but anyway. I'm really excited about this. We've been able to team up with the Batavia High School with our design mentorship program. In the past 2 years, we're actually expanding that this year. We're going to be mentoring some photography students. And so there's definitely programs that go late into the evening and our weekends where marketing staff cannot attend on a regular basis to get all that sort of inventory of footage that we'd like to use for all of our materials. And so we are going to have some high school students help us. So they get volunteer hours. We give them some professional real world experience and they get some tips and tricks. So we're going to meet with them and kind of help them improve as photographers to build their resumes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm really excited about that. And other than that, marketing staff has begun working on the 2019 annual report. And so that will be coming together to mail to the public at the end of March this year.
Awesome.
That's all I got.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any questions for staff from the board on these reports?
Just one thought, and I'm sorry I didn't give you a heads up. But regarding the West Main, the baseball program, or the baseball field, so BYB's been out there and they've been doing looking at the field and the dugout, and they noticed that the roof off one of the dugouts has been coming off. And so I think someone from BYB, Eric, has been talking to you. And so is that Batavia Park District property or the?
It's Batavia Youth Baseball property.
Is it?
Yep.
But we own the field, right?
We do own the field.
We do own the field.
And technically, we own all of the amenities on the field. They paid for the upgrade to the fencing back when we did that in 2000. And they also built, with approval of the board at that time, they built the two dugouts. And I think they had done it with donation from, I don't know, concrete company and somebody else. So yeah, I don't know how that has been handled. You guys haven't really been doing repair stuff, have you? Yeah, BYB does the repair work to all of those things.
So again,
They've done them all in the past, you're saying?
To the structure,
That's what I'm
fencing
saying,
and
to the-
stuff.
No, to the dugout structure. They've been doing all the repairs in the
Correct.
past?
At that location,
Right, they have.
yes, it depends on the agreements at the other locations.
Okay.
So I think it's another situation where history of something with agreements that are still in flux versus now there's issue, So with the BYD folks, they're saying, oh, is this a park district thing? Is this something that they should be paying for? Then they're paying something, they say, oh, maybe the park, so it's just that confusion thing where no one really knows.
And we got a lot of new board members too.
And they've been in close contact with Eric, so that communication line should be open. Because I know he's been in contact with them.
Straight with who does what?
No.
Okay.
Well, I think the important thing is, though, that there is precedent on who's been doing repairs on those in the past, and that why were those, if that wasn't the actual contractual obligation, then why were those repairs done that way? And therefore, like I say, again, precedent has been set, and so moving forward, why would anything be expected to be different?
Well, the expectation, the precedent is with like a generation of people ago.
Oh, I got you. And that's his point, that there's a lot of new board members, but I think that's the
why there's
that's the point that needs to be made, is that just a little history lesson.
Yeah, and then that's one person saying, I'm just trying to, and this is the way it's been for a long time. You get new people coming in, and then they, it's always, well, the park district should be doing this, but maybe they don't even know now, so.
And that's why, we did start work on that Batavia Youth Baseball agreement with the Park District,
Right.
and then we had turnover with staff,
new president,
and then we had turnover with BYB.
Yeah.
So we can certainly revisit that. That can be a
So where are
goal.
we at with,
That can be a goal for this
Well,
year.
for this particular issue, before it becomes really serious? I don't know how bad the roof is out there,
Yeah,
but
it's pretty bad.
But what do we do at this point right now to make sure that we set things right going forward, particularly with this issue, and then kind of address all the rest of it?
What we could do is we could look at, because I know our Parks Department, we have a talent in-house, we could look at how much it would cost to repair it and then give that estimate to BYB ahead of time
Well,
and then
see, I don't know if
and get
that-
reimbursed for the expenses for.
Well, it might be to attend the next one.
Okay.
Attend, what, February? Because in December it was discussed, in January, this last week it was discussed. It has to get fixed, it's too cold now to do anything. And then, there's always certain people, always, who's responsible for that?
Mm-hmm.
And then no one really knows 100%.
Sure.
So I think that would probably be a good,
Sure.
benefit to be at the meeting, to kind of set it straight. And then,
Yeah, 'cause to me
and also
that's
to recommend,
procedural.
having a meeting, because the new president, I think, would be more than willing to meet.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And because it's cold, we can pull up the agreement and see what everything that's been lined out is, right? No repairs can be made, nobody's going to be playing baseball.
So that's kind of what I'm thinking about a history lesson, is that these are the agreements that have been in place. This is what's happened in the past. Yes, it's just one guy talking, but there are records and so forth that also show that this is what happened in the past, and this is the agreements that we've had and so forth. And so this is what we can do, this is what we will do, and this is what we can't do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you just spell it out very easily. I mean, it's just a conversation. Right? So.
And I think because we are due to kind of refresh that BYB agreement, and we're probably 80% of the way through it, but it was the former president of BYB. I think it's a perfect time to regroup, get to know the new players, they get to know some of our new team, and then we can step up to the plate and make it happen.
No, you didn't.
Wow.
No, she didn't.
You hit a home run.
Didn't. Oh, and he did too. We're going all the way there. I'm going to score a touchdown. Wait, sorry. I wasn't prepared.
The damage that happened with the wind that we had a couple months ago was really intense. The guys reattached the metal roofing, and then put some flashing material under the split, so it'll be fine, for the duration of the winter, and then until we can resolve it.
So it's safe.
I mean, I don't know if you saw the pictures that I sent him, Ryan Peterson, of the damage, but
What caused it? Just ice buildup or?
Wind.
Oh, really?
The wind damage that hit out there was pretty bad.
Yeah, there's nothing out there to stop that wind from coming.
No. So,
Yeah.
but
It's
it's
like Kansas
secure and
out there.
safe.
Okay, thanks.
Cool. Thank you. Any other questions on the staff report? Item number 14, Executive Director's Report.
Yes. It's camera action. All right, oops. Yikes, the most important is right here. I'm trigger happy with this remote. So staff is extremely excited to get the road show out there in the open. So we've already begun creating dates with all the organizations in town. Actually, we're still working on completely all of them. We have quite a bit of them. We've got the Rotary Club, we've got, we're working on the Chamber, Main Street. We want to have the road show, which is staff members going out to the boards and doing presentations. We want people to learn as much as they can about the project. And for those of you watching at home on BATV, please contact myself, Allison Niamella, or Katie Drum at 630-879-5235 if you would like to bring the roadshow to you or your organization. But we actually, a group of us, Jim Eby and Brittany and I, met with the pickleballers today. They were out there and we brought out the renderings and we showed them. They were excited, especially excited to find out that there would be pickleball lines on this new MAC gym. But we really want to make an effort to get out in the public as much outreach as possible, especially once the location is revealed. it's going to be so much easier for staff. So really, we're looking at February dates in March because we really want to get the word out as much as possible so people feel educated and well-informed on March 17th or prior of their early voting. So that's my tagline for the BARC. Comprehensive Master Plan. We are actually just probably a month away from wrapping up the entire Comprehensive Master Plan. Right now, Hitchcock Design Group and Lighthouse Marketing and Recreation Results are in the final stages of tightening up the plan. They've got the action plan, the goals and objectives, and they just want to meet with the park board one more time. I understand a lot of the board is busy during conference. I did hear back from most of you, and they would still like to, whether it's a conference call or in person, meet with you to find out your reaction to what they have planned. This is obviously a map that we have outside in our hallway. If you look very closely, let's see if this little red dot works. You'll see pegs, and those pegs represent playgrounds of ours, of Batavia, that are strewn throughout the world. So we partner with the Kids Around the World organization, and they disassemble our old playgrounds. When our 15 years is up on a playground, we invite Kids Around the World to help us disassemble it with their volunteers, and it gets shipped out throughout the various spots that you see marked off. Big Woods Park Playground is now in South Africa, Zambia. So we're pleased to announce that.
I love that.
And kudos to Jimmy B. You've kept that relationship going for many years, and it's
I'm very happy with
it's one man's junk is another man's treasure, and those kids love it. And I love the fact that Kids Around the World send us pictures of the kids on our old playgrounds.
And they completely refurbish these things, polish them up and so forth, right?
Yep, completely refurbished.
That's fantastic.
But it also shows you the safety standards are so different in other countries, because for us, 15 years, like that's our standard time to re-up for a new playground, but in most countries, they'll keep it for another 15. As you heard, Daddy-Daughter Date Night, so popular. We added 2 nights the very first year that we've done that, and we want to we want to make sure that we don't have wait lists. We want to make sure we can accommodate everybody. So we're really excited about this. The school district makes sure that the place is spotless when we get there. We're going to have many different photo booths. Our goal is that there won't be a wait list and there won't be lines too long for staying for photos. Now, this is a big smiling face if you've ever seen one. The Batavia Dance Force auditioned and actually made the cut to perform as halftime dancers at the Citrus Bowl this year. And this is Haley Burkett. She was one of the dancers that made her way on TV at the Citrus Bowl, representing Batavia from our dance program. This is Pachakacha. This is the theme, Beyond Language. Very creative. So as you know, we've partnered with Batavia Public Library to offer this. It's a lot of storytelling, and might be a little bit difficult to read. It's a little blurry, sorry about that. But food and beverages, and it's a whole night of fun, and it's great because people from different backgrounds are there. There's really a sense of community, and it all takes place at our Shannon Hall. I just want to remind everyone that we really work hard to create gathering spaces, and this is our coffee nook, where anybody who comes into our building can sit down and enjoy a cup of coffee for free or hot chocolate. It's our way of inviting people in. We see people doing their homework. We have a charging station as well. But to just make yourself here at home here at the Park District. And Craig was here earlier, so I wanted to put in a little plug for him. So the Peace on Earth shirts are being modeled here right outside of his tonsorial parlor. And this is what the existing letters look like, but the aluminum would look even so much better, and it would have a longer shelf life. Last but not least, does it? Does shivering count as exercise? Let's stay warm this winter. I'm thinking summer already.
Yeah, we all are.
And to that picture, just so you know, dogs should have little shoes on when they go outside, but that's just me. Just me, because their
Should
feet
have or
get
should
really
not
cold, but, you know. Anyway, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Item number 15 is asterisk, but I don't see any things underneath it, so we're going to skip underneath that one. So item number 16A is approval of ordinance number 389, fiscal year 2020 budget and appropriations.
So I promise this is the last time you'll hear me talk about the 2020 budget here.
Until August.
Yeah, right.
Until August, yes. So the draft ordinance has been out for review for the required 30 days. We presented this to the board last month for you guys to review, and we of course had the presentations back in the fall. This is the final action for you guys to take. If you're ready to vote on it, you can approve, and then we can file everything with the county.
Awesome. Well, I will go ahead and entertain a motion to approve ordinance number 389 for the fiscal year 2020 budget and appropriations as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Dorsey, second by Gray. Any conversation on this first?
I thank you for all the hard work you put into it.
Yeah, definitely.
Terrific job, and I think we're going to be doing a lot of great things this year and next year.
Definitely.
Thank you, Kevin. I have the honor of presenting it, but I really have to defer to a lot of the people around me, too. They put a lot of work into this, so thank you all.
Thank you all.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good job, Mitch.
Any other conversation? Please call the roll.
Dorsey?
Aye.
Gray?
Aye.
Riley?
Aye.
Callahan absent. Tillman?
Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Item 16B, approval of resolution number 263 for adopting a policy for handling complaints of sexual harassment made by one elected official against another elected official, and hopefully you can explain this for me.
Actually, this is a
You
state
can
law.
explain. No, that's what I thought. I was hoping there would be one.
This is a statutory amendment that all units of local government are now required to adopt. It stemmed from one incident at one unit of government and caused an immediate reaction at the legislature, so they now require everybody to have this in place.
Yeah, appropriately so. I read through it. It seems like it's the right thing to do anyway. So.
Yes.
I will go ahead and entertain a motion to approve resolution number 263, adopting a policy for handling complaints of sexual harassment made by one elected official against another elected official as presented.
So moved.
Motion by Gray, second by Dorsey. Give her the tie.
Should I
Any
get-
conversation?
Should I get like
Jeopardy
lit buzzers?
We do.
That would be fun.
That would really be add some.
Imagine how fast.
Your fun is our business.
Because I can guarantee you, I'd be all over that.
We have buzzers.
Ooh. Well, we should get some ones from
No, we're-
Staples
we
that,
do.
you know,
They go
and, like, you
That
hit
was
them and
easy.
go, yes. There we go. But, any conversation after the motion was carried on this resolution from the board? No? Please call the roll.
Gray?
Aye.
Dorsey?
Aye.
Riley?
Aye.
Callahan absent. Tillman?
Aye, motion carries. All right, so the fact that we moved some things around, we are now going into executive session. We will have some motion after we come out of executive session to approve the real estate purchase contracts that we will discuss perhaps in leasing property. The executive session for leasing property and land acquisition 2C5 and personnel 2C1. So I entertain a motion to go into executive session to discuss leasing property and land acquisition 2C5 and personnel 2C1.
So moved.
I'll let him have it.
Then what?
Second.
Thank you. Motion by Dorsey, second by Gray. Please call the roll.
Dorsey?
Aye.
Gray?
Aye.
Riley?
Aye.
Callahan absent. Tillman?
Aye, motion carries. We are in executive session.